Sir, outstanding group of young people, another outstanding group, a heroic group, rescuers at the World Trade Center who face a grim and difficult job today as they work around the clock searching for any signs of life. NBC Soledad O'Brien was at the site late Wednesday and she joins us this morning. Soledad, good morning.
And good morning to you, Katie. Right now, we're just about 6 blocks away from what's being called Ground Zero. And there's a series of checkpoints that have been set up to keep everybody out except for essential personnel. Obviously, as you get closer to the building, the smoke is thicker, the air is more difficult to breathe. As you mentioned, we went in to talk to some of the rescuers. Some of them have been on the job now for 46 plus hours. They are exhausted, but they're not giving up. Escorted by paramedics, we carry just a digital video camera and a small disposable camera. The first thing we see, what remains of the North Tower. It's where firefighters initially responded to a plane crash. It became much more. A pedestrian bridge blown apart, burnt out emergency vehicles. Today's fire crews in a futile attempt to put out the rest of the burning shell of the tower, knowing that those first rescuers on the scene, hundreds of them, lay trapped somewhere inside. A block south, we come upon the other tower and an army of firefighters, police officers, National Guardsmen, and volunteers. It is a monumental effort on a mountain of steel and glass and pulverized concrete. They pass pieces of the building's skeleton, hand over hand in a human chain, collecting evidence in a crime scene 3 blocks wide. We see trauma surgeons, EMTs, and paramedics, but they're standing, waiting, on the edge of the disaster. There are few rescues and so nothing to do. Instead, just grim discoveries, body parts instead of bodies. To us, the amount of work that lies ahead is overwhelming and the danger still very real. The heaps of debris are smoldering, surrounding buildings are badly damaged or gutted, and possibly unstable. And yet, many rescuers tell us this is personal. They're looking for their friends, their colleagues, and in some cases, members of their own family. One officer called to duty minutes after the South Tower was hit told me that his brother, one of the first firefighters to respond, has not been heard from since. And that officer says he's going to stay on the spot where his brother was last seen. It really is a heartbreaking story. Many of the comrades, obviously firefighters, EMTs, and police officers, hopeful that they'll be able to at some point be called in to rescue their fallen brothers and sisters. But at this time, it looks a little bit hopeless. Katie, back to you.
Oh, so many sad, sad stories, Soledad. Thank you so much.